I welcome you all to today's video. Today we will start one new chapter, that is biochemistry or biomolecules. We are already dealing with the concepts of genetics. I will cover all the topics of genetics which is required for class 12 NEET, BSc and MSc. Simultaneously in parallel we will also see the concepts of biochemistry. I will also start molecular biology. So in parallel we will see three topics, that is molecular biology, biochemistry and genetics, so that the students who are unable to go to their colleges and schools due to lockdown can benefit from my videos. Today we will see what exactly the word biochemistry means, what are biomolecules, and slowly and steadily we will build up all the concepts which are required under this topic. Biochemistry is the chemistry that takes place within living system. So there are two terms over here. The first one is chemistry, the second one is living system. So if we will try to decode the meaning of these two terms, then the whole definition will become clear. Let's start with chemistry. Chemistry is the science of the properties, composition and structure of substances, in bracket elements and compounds, the transformations they undergo and the energy that is released or absorbed during these processes. So this definition includes these keywords, that is substances, properties, composition and structure. The word substances over here signifies the elements and compounds. Let's take few examples: hydrogen element, hydrogen atom, hydrogen molecule and water compound. So these are few examples which can be considered as substances. So chemistry deals with the properties of these substances, that is characters of these substances. These are few examples. Composition means what are they made up of, these things, that is substances, what are they made up of, and their structure, what is their structure. So chemistry deals with these three things. It also deals with the interchange of these substances, that is, let's suppose hydrogen molecule interchanges into water as a compound. So these interchanges, chemistry also deals with the interchanges that take place within them and the energy that is released or absorbed during these interchanges. We will see what is the difference between these things. So all these things which take place in a living system is called as biochemistry. We will also define living system later on. First, let's see the meaning of this word substance, as everything is revolving around this word only. And the examples which we had taken are hydrogen element, that is the difference between element, atom, molecule and compound. You need to understand the basic of these four terms, as whenever I will use these terms you need to picturize them properly in your mind. The example of element is hydrogen element, atom is hydrogen atom, molecule is hydrogen H2, and compound is H2O. In order to understand the meaning of element, let's take an example. Suppose there are two fields. In one field only roses are planted and in another field sunflowers are planted. So element is these two fields, element rose and element sunflower. Atom is the smallest part of the element. So let's suppose one rose and one sunflower. So these are the atoms. And molecule is two or more atoms when come together. So let's suppose there is a bouquet where two or three roses are taken to form one bouquet, as well as suppose sunflowers are taken to form one bouquet. So these bouquets are the molecules. And compound is a bouquet where roses as well as sunflowers both are taken to form a bouquet. That is called as a compound. So the example of element over here is hydrogen element. It is the substance made up of only one type of atom. See, it is a substance. It is made up of only one type of atom. This rose field is only made up of rose plants. The definition of atom is, it is the smallest part of the element. So I told you, if one rose plant is taken out or one sunflower is taken out from these fields, that is called as an atom. And molecule is the substance made up of two or more atoms that are chemically joined together. So molecule, over here let's suppose here roses are joined together to form bouquet. So example of molecule is H2. Example of atom is hydrogen atom. Element is hydrogen element. So hydrogen element which is present on this earth, or sodium element or calcium element. So this is the example of element. And one smallest part of that hydrogen element when we take out, that is called as an atom or hydrogen atom. when two hydrogen atoms are joined together chemically, that is called as a hydrogen molecule. And a compound is water, that is along with two hydrogen atoms, one oxygen atom is also present. So a compound is a substance where two or more elements are joined together. See over here, element hydrogen and element oxygen, they are joined together to form this compound.
Now let's look at the examples so that things become clear. The examples of elements are hydrogen element, sodium element, calcium element, potassium element, etc. The examples of atoms are hydrogen atom, sodium atom, calcium atom. The examples of molecules are H2O2, that is hydrogen molecule, oxygen molecule, H2O, water molecule, C6H12O6, that is glucose molecule. The examples of compounds are H2O, that is water as a compound, and glucose as a compound. Water and glucose can be considered both as a molecule and a compound because the difference between molecule and compound is a molecule is made up of two or more atoms that are bound together, whereas a compound is made up of two or more elements. So if you look at a water molecule or a glucose molecule, they both are made up of more than one atoms, that is they have both hydrogen atom and oxygen atom, and in glucose they have carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So they are made up of two or more atoms, as well as hydrogen and oxygen are different elements, and carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, they are different elements. So these both things can be considered both as a molecule and a compound.
So the molecules and compounds in biochemistry are called as biomolecules. The examples of biomolecules that are found in cell are carbohydrates, proteins, lipids and nucleic acids. So these are the types of molecules which are present inside the cell, and they help in carrying out all the processes that help in survival of the cell as well as the living organisms. The molecules of cells and the cycles that create them are also dealt with in biochemistry, and the cycles that create these things or the cycles which involve these biomolecules mainly are photosynthesis and respiration. So in biochemistry we deal with the structure, composition, function and the cycles in which these biomolecules are involved, and those cycles are photosynthesis and respiration. So we will see all these things one by one. So we can say biochemistry is equal to biomolecules plus cycles. We obtain carbohydrates, lipids, proteins and nucleic acids from food. But these molecules and compounds are very large molecules. These are complex molecules. For example, a complex carbohydrate can be a starch molecule or a cellulose or glycogen molecule. So these molecules are very large and complex, and when we eat these things in the form of food, these go to our digestive system. So we need to convert these complex molecules into simpler ones so that our circulatory system can absorb these things from digestive system and can transfer these simpler molecules to cells. So digestion takes place where complex molecules are converted into simpler ones, that is carbohydrates are converted into sugars, that is starch, glycogen or cellulose can be converted into glucose, fructose. Similarly, lipids are converted into fatty acids and glycerol, proteins are converted into amino acids, and nucleic acids are broken down into nucleotides and nucleosides. We will see these things clearly in our videos. I am just trying to explain the whole picture of biochemistry today. So these simpler things, when are produced by the process of digestion, can be easily absorbed by blood and can be transferred to each and every cell of our body. Now, cells require energy for survival. We will see what is energy. Cells requires energy to do all the functions which are required for them, and this energy is obtained from these biomolecules, and these biomolecules are the simpler forms of these biomolecules which we got from food. So energy is obtained from these simpler molecules and compounds. The processes by which energy is produced inside cells by the help of simpler forms of biomolecules is called as catabolism. And this catabolism is the type of cycle which is studied under biochemistry. So biochemistry involves biomolecules, either complex or simpler ones, and the cycles which involve these biomolecules and which are required for the survival of the cell. So these simpler forms of biomolecules are converted into energy inside cell. That process is called as catabolism, and it is an example of a cycle which we are talking about under biochemistry. And this process, as you all know, is called as respiration. Similarly, sometimes we require to form or we need to form these molecules for our cell. As we cannot take everything from food, our cell requires different types of carbohydrates or different types of sugars, different types of proteins and amino acids. Those things we cannot obtain everything from our from food. So cells produce their own type of biomolecules when and wherever it is necessary. So the processes which help in production of these simpler molecules, some special types, inside cell by the use of energy. In that process we will require energy. That is called as anabolism. So anabolism are the chemical reactions which help in production of the simpler forms of biomolecules required for the survival of the cell by the use of energy is anabolism. And anabolism is also an example of the cycle which deal with biomolecules, which we will learn under biochemistry. So we can use a term metabolism over here. Metabolism is the sum total of all the chemical reactions or cycles which take place inside cells which deal with biomolecules. So metabolism is equal to catabolism and anabolism. Now we will deal with these three questions which will help you understand the concept of biochemistry a little bit better. The first one can be, are all living organisms made up of same types of chemicals? That is, are they made up of same types of biomolecules? All living organisms are made up of only biomolecules, or they have other things also inside them? Or what types of organic molecules are present in living system? First we will deal with question number 1 and 2. To answer these questions, we have to perform an elemental analysis. That is, we will analyze what types of elements are present in a living system and in a non-living system. In a living system, the example can be a plant tissue, that is a piece of leaf, or we can also take animal tissue, a piece of liver, or we can also take bacteria. So we can analyze the types of chemicals present in living system as well as the types of chemicals present in a piece of earth's crust. That is, we can take soil and analyze the types of elements present in earth's crust. So we can get a list of elements, that is chemicals, in living system and non-living system. The list will include these things mainly, that is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, etc. When we will compare the types of elements present in a living system and in a non-living system, the difference we will get is the proportion of C, H and O are higher in case of living system as compared to non-living system.
In order to understand what types of organic molecules are found in living organisms, we have to conduct one more experiment. Here we are taking a leaf and we are grinding it in trichloroacetic acid. We are taking a mortar and pestle, we are adding some amount of acid, and then we are adding that leaf in mortar and pestle. As a result of which we will get a thick slurry. Slurry means some chutney sort of thing. You will get a chutney like substance. And when you will strain that chutney, strain means separation of substances, जैसे छानते हैं वैसे उसको बोलते हैं strain करना. तो जब हम उसे छान लेंगे तब क्या होगा? We will get some portions of the leaf which will be easily soluble in acid will be separated from that portions of the leaf which will be insoluble in acid. The portion of the leaf which will be soluble is called as filtrate. The portion which is insoluble is called as retentate. When we will analyze the acid soluble, that is filtrate part of the leaf, we can find different types of organic substances which are found in living organisms. But for that we need better kinds of analysis. Trichloroacetic acid is an organic molecule made up of C, H and O atoms. So it can easily dissolve organic molecules present in living organisms. So we have to analyze the acid soluble or the filtrate part to find out what types of organic molecules are present in living organisms.
Now let's see whether living organisms are made up of only organic molecules or some other things are also present. To understand this, let's perform one more experiment where we take a leaf and we burn it. The organic portion of that leaf will catch fire and that organic portion will get converted into carbon dioxide and water. Let's suppose C6H12O6 is the organic portion which we are talking about. The energy which is present in this is released when it is burned, and the remaining portions are released in the form of carbon dioxide and water. So the organic portions of that leaf, they catch fire and convert in carbon dioxide and water. So the thing that remains is the ash. Whenever you burn a piece of paper, what do you get? You get ash. When we analyze that ash, we find that there are various types of inorganic molecules also which are present in leaf, that is nitrogen, sulfur, calcium, phosphorus. So these things are also present along with organic molecules or biomolecules in living system. So in a nutshell, we can say living organisms are made up of cells, and cells require energy for survival. These cells are made up of biomolecules, but they have inorganic molecules also present in them. That is, along with biomolecules, some portions are made up of inorganic molecules also. These biomolecules, they take part in various chemical reactions which help in production of energy, or these biomolecules use energy and convert themselves into some other forms. Let's suppose glucose is converted into fructose by the use of energy, and fructose is utilized by cell for its repair or for formation of any part of the cell. So interconversions are always taking place, and these interconversions are taking place in biomolecules by the help of cycles, and these cycles are the chemical reactions which are taking place inside cells. With this, we come to the end of this video. In the next lecture, we will see what is chemical bonding and what are the chemical bonds which are present in biomolecules. Then slowly and steadily, we will understand what is carbohydrate, lipid, protein, and what are the different cycles which are required to understand biochemistry. Thank you for watching.